Hey, welcome back to Campfire Stories. So, I got a new story for you. So, this is a true story. It happened to me a while back. So, I grew up in a area that used to be part of a military base, and it was turned back over to the state, which then through the years became development. Um, So when I was growing up, I used to explore all these old ruins all the time, and there was old military buildings and stuff like platforms where they used to stand years and years and years ago. And one time I was out exploring, and it was right after the rainy season, and it was still pretty muddy, but not too bad. At least not for a kid. And I came across something in a hill. It was a door I've never seen before, and it was a place I've been time and time again. Now, the military buries weapons caches and all kinds of other stuff underground. It's perfectly normal to have a buried hangar with a door that opens up into a mountainside because that's how they keep things like ammunition and supplies safe. So when the military owned the land, they must have had thousands of these, but they're so old that most of them corroded away. So I was out exploring, and as a kid, this was like the ultimate find. As an adult now, I realize I should not have gone in there. That was extremely dangerous. There was literally holes in the ceiling that showed dirt. So this place was an old ammo cache from the days where the my neighborhood used to be owned by the military. So I go and I'm exploring it. It's full of old crates. It's like old military gear, nothing really valuable, like old gas masks, stuff like that. It's kind of like it looked Soviet era, but it was all unused. I was like, oh, this is a gold mine. So I tried to recruit some people to come back and bring stuff back with me. Now, keep in mind the ground's still very soft, and I just disturbed a very old storage facility that was owned by the military and has pretty much gone to all high hell since it's been there. And what it looked like was, looking back now, I can easily say that a small mudslide revealed what was previously not there. It looked like the military buried it and didn't plan on anyone coming back for it, kind of like how you seal off old mines. So when I was looking for this, when I went back to look for it, I was so disappointed because all I came back to was a mudslide. And all these kids in the neighborhood helped me bring stuff over. We had wagons tied to our bikes. We had everything under the sun. We were ready to haul this stuff out. And I was so excited. I was like, yeah, yeah, yeah. And unfortunately, I was not able to haul any of it out because the mudslide completely collapsed the entire thing. And it wasn't that big of a storage building. It wasn't like an aircraft hangar that was buried. No, it was a small building or a small structure that was built into the hillside. It looks like they dug up the hillside and then buried it so it would be partially buried there. And you can actually see the soil difference. Like, it wasn't natural soil difference. It was definitely like man-made. And the corrosion revealed it. Those kinds of things are all over my town because I live in a very military town, and like they're all in the national parks and stuff. Like, you actually see, like, every once in a while there's like a steel door, and it's AR-500 steel door on the side of a mountain. It's actually quite common to actually see those kinds of things. And then there's usually tracks that come out, and those are for gun turrets. Those are old gun turret stations. That's what those are. They used to have gun turrets inside there, and basically it was part of our defense system during like Vietnam and stuff like that. Which these days those aren't active anymore, but they're still there, and people can actually walk right up to the doors. You can't get in them, but yeah, it's a little bit of a it's a little bit of an ordeal to go through all those, but it's like the first time I was able to ever get into one of them, and it was just I just opened the door, and the door was already partially open. It looks like they tried to backfill it, but the door kind of got stuck, and it didn't backfill the door. But the place was moldy as all high hell. It was really bad for my health to be there. In retrospect, there wasn't really much anything worthwhile. There's like old Soviet era gas masks, some helmets, nothing really big. There were some ammo cans and stuff. There's, as far as I can tell, they didn't leave any ammunition or weapons behind. And pretty much anything in there you do not want to put on because it was old, it was deteriorating, it was moldy, and the gas mask. If you were to put one of those gas masks on, I guarantee you it would do more harm than good as a gas mask because all you'd be breathing in is mold spores. So I'm kind of glad I didn't have the opportunity to go and rummage through all that stuff. But it was kind of a cool find to find an old weapons cache just in a canyon outside of my neighborhood. And I was like, wow, just never knew this was here. Like, I still to this day I go back there all the time and I explore the canyon and I find new things. And they used to do all kinds of crazy stuff over there than the military did, and I still find stuff the military left behind. I found remnants of old buildings. The area used to be a test site. They don't have any unexploded ordnance anymore, but I'll tell you what, I do not want to be there. I have found some things that I do not want to be around, and I found some things that are really cool. I found half of a old bunker for testing. You know, the kind you climb into and you have a viewport. And I found one of those, and it was like a partially buried building. It was really cool, and that was really interesting, and that was weird too because of the kind of area it was in. It was unusual for a building to be that in that particular area. I'm not really going to say why because I don't want to reveal too much of where this is, but and it's dangerous. Someone go looking for that old weapons cache, but there was no weapons, there was no ammo, there was nothing worth value in there. Like as a kid, the value of just finding that stuff was incredible, and it was the most valuable thing on the planet as a kid. But as an adult, I'm like, there's nothing worth value in there. There's nothing worth risking your life, and there's nothing worth excavating for. For the price it would cost to excavate, you could buy all that stuff brand new. You could buy it all brand new. The odds are, if you go excavate that, the odds are that you will 100% either collapse the building, or the other 100% chance is the government will probably take whatever you find. So, don't go looking for those kind of things like I did as a kid a lot, and I did find some things that are really cool. I found old weapons cache buildings, I found old structures, I found remnants of the military, I found old canteens, lab vials, stuff like that, stuff the military left behind. And I found some pretty crazy stuff. Like I found a buried ammo can one time. I got a metal detector as a kid for Christmas one year. I went searching everywhere, and I found an old ammo can buried, and it was full of like government documents that were just completely unreadable. They were so old. But you could tell they used to be on you could tell by some of the remnants of the letters that it was done on a typewriter. I was like, that's pretty cool. It wasn't anything like top secret or anything like that. It was just, just some documents that were in an ammo can that someone just buried. I don't even know why. I'm pretty sure it was someone's write-up that they got a hold of in the office and they buried it so no one would find it. Someone got written up and they decided to hide it. Yeah, that would be a back in the day before computers. That'd be a good idea. Just grab an empty ammo can, bury your write-up, and you wouldn't be in trouble anymore. Your disciplinary actions would go away. Yeah, that's a funny idea. But anyways, I thought that was an interesting story to tell. How I found a hidden weapons cache after a mudslide. After the dirt that blocked it got washed away. That was fun. So that was a true story, by the way. So I'm sure the building's long gone. I'm pretty sure it's caved in. Even I have not ever gone back to find out because it's so washed out there, and where the door used to be is actually underground now from this erosion. It's just erosion made it so the dirt's underground. Actually, I think a development project actually opened up in that space now, so it's gone. It's 100% gone. It's definitely gone. I'm sure it gave them a scare when they dug into it. Although it probably was collapsed. The condition the ceiling was in, it was definitely collapsed. But let me know down in the comments below if you've ever come across any remnants of the military in your neighborhood. It's a lot of people don't know, but in the U.S., a lot of neighborhoods used to be military bases. It's land given back from the military. It's old military land. A lot of people's homes are built on ex-military land where they've developed a lot over the years. So you'll be surprised what you find that the government's built in your neighborhood. It's not so much the nefarious, more like littering, but it's funny. But at the same time, kind of interesting and cool. So, if wherever you live, check out your area. Check out the rural parts of your area and enjoy. Have a good day and like and subscribe. Comment down below. Let me know what you find.